Hey everyone, and welcome to our first official class, I suppose. Some of you have been joining me throughout spring break up on D2L, and thank you if you have been. It's been good to stay connected however we can, but now we're officially at it, so rock and roll, here we go. I thought we would ease in a little bit today and backtrack a bit to dreams. We talked a little bit about dreams whenever that was. Feels like 3 years ago when I last saw some of you that Thursday, but it was also a bit of a frantic class, and we were trying to figure out what are all the things we want to talk about before we don't have a classroom anymore. So just taking a step back, reminding you, dreams, they're a thing. So I shared a blog that I wrote on my own experiences with dream journaling. It's pretty short and simple, but I thought it might be fun and a little bit more personal, and maybe even inspire some of you to try keeping a dream journal, because I think that's one of the most beneficial ways of starting to think about dreams, is just tracking your own, and then you can decide, is there some meaning or significance here? Is this random weirdness? And if you do that, obviously keep me posted and let me know how all of that goes. A couple other videos up here on D2L for you. One is called Why Do We Dream? And it just goes through several theories. We discussed some of these in class, but a little bit more detail on several theories and some data on why we think we dream. Even though the short answer is we don't know a lot about dreams, they're kind of mysterious in a lot of ways. And of course, there is no scientific way to study the meaning of a dream. Like, how would you set up a study to show this is what the dream means per se? So, but take a look at that video and see what you think. I've also posted a video for you that basically suggests that one of the reasons that we give dreams more significance than perhaps they deserve has to do with the fact that we don't understand math. So I know math is scary, and there's a little bit of math in the article, but I think it's pretty easy to follow. It comes from the James Randi Foundation and talks about how when we think dreams have predicted things, it's probably just because we don't understand how probability and statistics work. So check that one out as well and see what you think. We missed a couple of cognitive biases last week. We missed consistency bias. This is the phenomena that when you think about past versions of yourself, you tend to think they're more similar to your current version than they actually are. In other words, we sort of impose our current self into our memories that involved past selves. This creates an illusion of permanency that's not really there. Chances are, if you go back into the past, you are incredibly different from who you used to be, but it's hard for us subjectively to recognize that sometimes. Of course, it's hard for others to recognize this as well, but especially the internal journey can be a difficult one. The other bias that we missed was bandwagon effect, which just has to do with the fact that groups really influence our behavior. And the side of that I go into in your portfolio is that most of us will do really dumb things in a group that we won't do alone. So yeah, I'm sure you have examples of that. Oftentimes students have pretty amusing and interesting examples on that, and oftentimes students have examples that they don't want to share on that topic as well. So you can think about your own. What are some dumb things you've done collectively that you wouldn't do individually? It's just something to know and keep in mind as you find yourself associating with other individuals. Let's see. I guess the only other thing that I have for you today is, of course, a meditation. As always, we'll join together and just spend a few minutes training our brains. Thank you so much for taking that time. Thank you for always trusting me to lead you on that journey. I hope you find it beneficial as well. And I'll see you back here again soon.